Alright folks, welcome to an ICE exclusive video right here. We're going to be doing a draft. This format has been absolutely delightful so far. I am like 3 or 4 drafts in, and it's been a lot of fun. So we're going to be trying this out through in an arena draft right here. We are met with a reasonable pack here. I think I'm going to be taking the rare. This card seems super powerful in the black-white deck. It puts us in, it kind of locks us a little bit on the color combination, but I think it's fine. It kind of sucks that we're passing a pretty good white card and a fine black card as well. The most important thing is that we're passing a Feed the Serpent, right? Like this might be making my opponent to my left a little bit excited about moving into black, but I mean, I think that the card is strong enough that, you know, it's gonna be fine for us. Besides that, this guy is medium, and I didn't get to see the rest of the back, but it's okay. Unfortunately, this is, I think, the worst out of all the sagas. It's not very good, so not exciting to see that one there. We could take the owl. This guy is busted if you have a deck that can make it work. So I think we're just gonna pick again. We're not married to our first pick just yet, and worst case scenario we can have like a blue-white deck that splashes black for the sagas. Like fortunately, like blue and white, like black is the color to splash here, so we can either have a blue-black deck splashing blue or a blue-white deck splashing black. We can see how the packs line up. The rest of the pack seems pretty weak overall. This card has been pretty good if you have an aggressive deck. It's just a very powerful 2-drop. The land is one of the worst snow lands. Usually you want your snow duels to be in the bug or rug combinations. That's Timur or Sultai, I guess. This card is kind of medium, it's not great, but okay, let's see what we got here. Another pretty weak pack overall, but there's a Frostbite. This is probably the best card in the pack. 1 mana removal, just like in any other format. It's nothing to scoff at, so this seems like the best card. Nothing in our colors, like absolutely nothing. Wither Crown is not a card that I have played too much with. It seems like an okay removal spell. I honestly don't really know how to value this card so far. This is okay in the snow deck. It's still not like a high priority removal spell by any means, but an 0-4 blocks really well in this format, since a lot of 2 and 3 power creatures so far. This is basically like a worst Frostbite. We found no foretell cards so far. I guess I'm going with Frostbite, but I'm not excited at all about where we're at. We could have like the Cufferel thingy, but like Frostbite is better enough that I'm willing to. Okay, that's it. That's a sign right here. Like this is a super late Demon Bolt. This is probably the best common in the set so far, in my opinion. This card is very good. Like you can foretell it in the early game, and then like it's a 1 mana 4 damage removal spell, which is just insane. So I think that we're gonna be picking the Demon Bolt over Bergstrider. This card is the nuts in the snow matchup, in the snow deck. This card is a lot better than I expected. I was very impressed by this card, but this is probably not the deck for it. 3 Seasons is fine in the snow deck, obviously not great otherwise, but I think we're gonna be pretty happy picking this Demon Bolt up. We still don't know what we're doing, but we have 4 very powerful cards. We're gonna see how the packs line up, but what does this do? You gain 2 life for each fold card you are in exile, add 2 mana only to cast foretell cards, or return the card. Okay, so this seems like a very powerful build around if we can figure out if we can make the foretell thing happen. The rest of the cards in the pack are medium. This is actually pretty good. This card has been very good, both in the black-white play multiple spells in a turn deck and in the foretell deck. So this is of course going to combo very nicely with the Vega the Watcher. Let's take the gold card for now. Maybe I should be taking the effigy, but like again, whenever I'm brand new in the whenever the format is brand new, I like to try out this kind of strategies and see what happens, see if I am able to make them work. What do we got here? This is okay. I guess I'm taking the Valkyrie sword here. It's 7 mana, but a 6/5 flyer in vigilance is very good. I probably don't need to tell you how good this can be. So I think we're going for that. Again, we are not. I would like to be on blue white if possible, but again, we're not married to anything so far. We're kind of like picking good cards and then seeing where the draft takes us. It's another one of these. This is this is not an opening pack, but it's like the same two uncommons that we had in our opening pack, which is pretty funny. Squash is a fine removal spell. Very, very good in the Giants deck. Not so good in the rest of the decks, but like it's an effect that you're probably okay paying 5 mana for. I don't think I'm picking a Valkyrie sword. I guess I'm taking the Pegasus. Seems super medium. This is a very awkward draft. Like I'm not really picking up on any signals here. Let's take the Pegasus, I guess. I'm not sold at all on that pick. This is a card I've been very impressed by. Unfortunately, it's the literal only color that we are nowhere close to playing. And that's a very late Snow Corellan. So this means that nobody has aggressively tried to get into the Snow deck. This is a fine blocker, works really well with equipment, with vehicles. We could take Bind the Monster. Elven Bow, it's a card that I haven't played with, but I've been impressed when I played against it. Let's do this. Let's see where we go. So we will this guy. We could take the Zombie Wizard. This cat has Foretell, I guess. It's a 3/6 vigilance. Seems just really, really large. What are we so far? I feel like we are aiming towards being white, and we're also aiming to. We could be like Jeskai. Okay. Okay, things are starting to shape up a little bit. This is a fine card. It's not great, not terrible. I'm definitely picking up a 2-drop. Probably gonna go with the Harbinger. Again, lots of 2-power creatures, so like a 1/3 just kind of lines up fine. I guess we're picking another one up. This is a pretty bad removal spell. I have not liked it, but if we have to play it, I guess we will play it. I guess if we're paying 1 mana for it, it becomes a little bit better. Alright, super strange pack 1. Still not 100% sure what we're doing. I think we are aiming towards being in Jeskai because our red removal spells are going to be strong. Also, we got a 15th peak Snow-Covered Mountain, which is a good sign too. This pack is a mess though. There's nothing for us here. Absolutely nothing. We don't have any equipment, so the rune is not even that good. Sulphurous Mire is a dual that doesn't really fix the colors that we're looking for. This rare I have not really seen too much. Seems kind of medium. This is the best card in the pack probably. Svela. Can we go 5 colors? I guess that this card is better enough than the rest of the pack that I'm just willing to take it, and like this is definitely a speculation move right here. Okay, we get past. What do we got here? Behold the Multiverse seems like the pick here. I'm going to really try to prioritize fixing. Invasion of the Giants is very good in the Giants deck, not too great otherwise. Another Foretell card, but not really in our colors. At this point, I think I'm kind of off the Fidget's Retribution, which kind of sucks. We're definitely picking the Holy Multiverse. We would like to wheel nothing. Everything sucks for us. Seems like everything just kind of sucks. The Spirit, we're probably not going to be able to work out. Unless, yeah. Okay, let's aim to be Jeskai here, okay? Let's aim to be Jeskai. And another Frostbite is not bad. Another Frostbite is not bad. We're kind of looking to be a little bit of a control deck. This card is not bad. It just trades very nicely. FEG, as I was saying, is a lot better than it looks like. It is another Foretell card as well, but like Frostbite is just, it's probably too good to pass up here. Remember when I said that the white red duel was bad for us? Like we would be really hoping that we had picked that up. We have a Raven here. It's not great, but it's also pretty solid for what we're trying to do. Just basically a 4-mana 3/3 flyer, just an effective body, and again we have Foretell nonsense going on, so that's great. That's also another thing that has impressed me about the Foretell mechanic, is that it fixes your mana in a way, which is something that I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't really thought about before actually playing matches in the format. And it is like, for example, let's say that we have the Raven here, and we have like a plains on a mountain. We still get to Foretell, and we can get paid off on on our value later when we finally draw the land. So it is interesting how it works out. Rune of Flight is probably the best out of all the runes, but we're not really a rune deck, so I think we're gonna be picking up another copy of Behold the Multiverse. This is also a pretty solid removal spell for a deck like ours. We seem to be pretty controlling. So maybe we want to pick up the Iron Verdict, actually. It deals, you can foretell it, and for 1 white mana, it deals 5 damage to a tapped creature. Okay. Okay, we're going super deep on the foretell things. Which seems fine. This is potentially an early 2-drop that we can play just to play defense. We can also get another Dwarven Reinforcements. Again, I just said like the rune is fine, but we're definitely not a rune deck. I think we're gonna go with the Dwarven Reinforcements. Again, these are gonna be defensive 2/1s more often than not, but what else we got here? FEG seems fine. This is just an effective blocker. We could pick up another copy of Valkyrie's Sword as a win condition. Probably not where I want to be. Huh, interesting that there's actually combos like 6 mana, 6/5. It's better than 7 mana, 6/5, right? I think I'm gonna pick the effigy up here. Combos really nicely with the Vega Watcher, with Vega the Watcher. So that's cool. In exchange, control 2 target creatures. Interesting. Some of this saga, like all of the sagas, seem pretty solid overall. The 2/1 or the 4 or the 3/3. We could also just. Yeah, let's go with that, I guess. Okay. No duels still. No duels in our colors. We can take another one of these. Oh yeah, let's take another one of these. I think that Raven form is just not a great removal spell. Also, like removal is basically the only thing that we're actually doing great in. We actually do have a fair amount of removal spells here. Sweet. This FEG is a fine pickup for us. Definitely a fine pickup. None of these cards really matters. I'm gonna take the red one for signaling purposes, I guess. Another removal spell that's bad. Sure. Honestly, I'm just super sad that we are not seeing. This is best of one, so this could be a fine title card, but like it's not gonna be very good. Pack number 3. We're gonna need some help here. Our mana in particular is an absolute disaster, and this pack is just heinous. Yep. Nothing. There's nothing in this pack that I'm even remotely excited about. I mean, I guess we take the removal spell, but ugh. Yeah, this is not good. This is a fine removal spell. This card I've actually been pretty impressed with. Again, a lot of the creatures are like 3/3 or something, so they kind of like bump into each other. And whenever you get trades going, this card actually makes your creature bigger than your opponent's, which enables some pretty good attacks. The rare, of course, is also very good there, but like we're nowhere close to making that work. This guy is good though. I like picking up this guy. It's a 3 mana 3/2. Whenever you cast your second spell, it's you get 2 life, and it works obviously very well with Foretell. So happy to pick this one up. It's looking like we're gonna be base white, and our second color is gonna be blue, and then red is gonna be our splash color. Even though we have Demon Bolt and Frostbite as removal spells and stuff, but definitely gonna be really excited to pick up any sort of dual land. Oh, man, all of the duels just don't line up with what we're doing. Well, this card is nuts, but it's probably not gonna be great in our deck. But if you have like a Giants deck, or if you have a Berserker's deck or something like that, this card is just insane. It's basically Flametongue Kavu, completely ridiculous. Are we picking this? I think we can actually just wheel this. But honestly, like this card seems like it's gonna be very, very good in our deck. Picking up another one of these. I think that we can wheel the famous last words, obviously, but feeling confident. Another terrible pack for us. This is such an awkward card. It's like a removal spell / pump spell. It's so strange. And 4 mana, like 4 mana is not a price that you're excited to pay for that kind of effect. Can pick up this giant as a win condition. I don't think that's where we want to be. This is at its best in a removal deck. This card has been very good. It's not going to be good for us, but I'm going to pick it up anyway, but it's not going to be good in our deck. Super late Demon Bolt. I guess we're taking it. It's better than all of our other cards. This is a this is a funny removal spell. You're basically exiling something, but you're allowing your opponent to show and tell, which is really funny. It's a risky proposition. I mean, I guess we're picking up another Demon Bolt. Can we have some duels, please? Oh, yeah, I'm basically picking. I mean, there's nothing else in the pack, but like I'm super stoked to see this. Super stoked to see a dual land in our colors. Basically picking dual lands in our colors over literally anything else. This card has been great though. I've been enjoying this card a lot. It feels like we have enough playables though, and this makes my frostbites a lot better. So I guess I'm taking the Snow-Covered Island here. What do we got here? Snow-Covered Plains or another effigy? Honestly, effigy seems so good in our deck. Like it just comes down, buys time, so we can get out of our mana issues, and like it triggers. We have a bunch of synergies going on with the effigies, so I think I'm taking the effigy there. Would like to not play this guy. And strategic planning seems medium, but I guess there we go. None of the other cards seem playable to me. Bunch of unplayables on the snow plains. Beautiful, beautiful, masterfully wheeled the saga that works perfectly in our deck. It's weird how like if they have different arts, they like Arena just pairs them differently. It just puts them in a different spot. Like it doesn't line them up as they do with cards, different copies of the same card. It's sometimes a little bit awkward to to see that going on, but it is what it is. I'm not sure what our deck is. This is gonna almost reliably be a 1-mana 2/2, but I don't think that we're really interested in having a 1-mana 2/2. In fact, I think I'm picking them off here, even though it's not great. This is just... We're not playing any of these cards. That was a very, very weird draft. That was a super, super weird draft, but... we might have somewhat of a playable deck. It feels like if, as long as we're casting our spells, we might be in okay shape because we have a bunch of ways of like stalling the board. We have a bunch of way of using our mana, with a bunch of sources of card advantage as well. We do have a couple of good win conditions in the Valkyrie Sword and the Raven. Like evasion is actually pretty good in this format. We have some very solid removal spells. Yeah, okay. So we just have to figure out what the mana base is going to be looking like, which is going to be the biggest challenge. So we are, as I was saying, we're mostly blue-white, and we're kind of splashing red. So yeah, the fact that we saw no dual lands is kind of brutal. We want to be playing 17 lands, very likely, mostly again because of our mana requirements are going to be rough. So this is how it looks like with 17 lands. So we're going to need to make some cuts. So let's make the cuts first, so then we can figure out our mana base afterwards. This card is just not great. I'm not excited about playing this card really. We have a bunch of 3-drops, but in reality, all of these 3-drops are really just 2-drops because all of these have foretell. I guess we can cut the Dwarven reinforcements. We actually have a reasonable amount of creatures, which I'm surprised by. I was expecting us to be like creatures, but like between the cats and the raven and the coursers here, the courser seems not great for us. It makes Bounding Gold cheaper. It makes the aura cheaper. Oh yeah, this is not gonna be good for us. This is super great in aggressive decks. Like I've been super impressed with this card in aggressive decks. I drafted I've been drafting an MTGO in my stream, and I drafted a white red and a black red deck, and I had a bunch of these firewalkers, and they've been amazing, absolutely amazing. You get to draw so many cards off of it when you're beating down, and you get to hit your land drops. It's just awesome. But again, we're definitely very much a control deck here, so. The good thing about cutting the reinforcements is like it makes our red splash a lot easier to achieve. Like now we're just splashing for removal spells. We got 13 creatures. We have so much good removal. So just cut a courser. Is this our configuration? So it's kind of fine. So what this would do is it would give us 7 white sources, 6 blue sources. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. So we want at least one more plains. I guess at least one more island actually. So this would be 7/7/4. 7/7/4. That's probably the best that we can do, really. Again, as I was saying, Foretell kind of quote-unquote fixes your mana a little bit. The Frostbite might be a little bit tough to cast, but I guess it's fine. Okay, so let's take an island here. Maybe there's a better way to build this mana base, but I think that this is what I'm gonna be going with. But yeah, sweet. So we'll see you later for the actual matches. All right, here we go. Getting paired against the Mythic here. Whoops. Well, this hand seems great. Our mana's good. We have a removal. We have card advantage. We probably play this on two. Foretell a card from your hand or cast an instant or sorcery spell. Now our mana's perfect. So next turn we can what do we want to do? Guess we play the Courser. Yeah, sure. I of course don't want to expose this the owl just yet. I want to make sure that I'm going to be drawing a card off of it. So next turn I'm probably going to be foretelling. Okay, that's not great. Attack with the Pegasus. My opponent not doing anything there. It's great. I'm Diamond 4 and we're getting paired against the Mythic. That's rough. My opponent has an actual number in their in their thingy, so it doesn't bode well for us, I guess. Look at that, our effigy thing. Again, I don't think I want to expose the Vega just yet. Next turn I'm probably gonna Vega, and if my opponent taps this thing, we can draw a card even, which could be pretty solid. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna play Vega, and we're gonna play Scorn Effigy, draw a card. Wow. Holy crap. We're flooding hard. Oh, don't kill the Vega, please. Please, please. That makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. If my opponent attacks, I'm probably taking the trade here. Bind the monster. Okay. It's Foretell there. Yeah, we're flooding pretty hard. Here my opponent has this thing that destroys lands, which is effectively a 4/4. Bergstrider. Sure. It's kind of whatever. I think I don't care about this. This puts like a couple of poison counters on me, but like that's completely irrelevant. Oh, come on. Give me something here, please. Give me something here, please. I mean, if we had this Demon Ball when my opponent played the Blizzard Brawl, that would have been such a blowout. We just had the wrong removal spell at the wrong time. Really wish we would have been able to mix this up. I'm probably gonna item verdict the Bergstrider here. Would love to find like the aura would be great. The saga is what I mean. The saga would be great, or I don't know. What is this thing? It's like a drop. Ugh. This is not even on. That's brutal. I mean, I guess I'm serving here. We're flooding super bad. I'm gonna frostbite that mostly because we don't have anything else to do. Ugh, sure. All right. I guess I don't want to f6 really. Even though that's one of the things that kind of bothers me from Arena. Like when you f6, like you don't really f6. Like it just continues. Like when you f6 with this, whenever your opponent does anything, it doesn't f6. So it's kind of weird. Maybe there's an f6, an actual f6 command. I don't know. I am definitely an arena noob. All right, what do you got, opponent? My opponent keeps on keeping on. I really don't care about this. Our courser was beating down. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. So now we can't attack anymore. Brutal. So we're just gonna cast this guy. Life gain doesn't seem too relevant anyway. This card is messed up though. Hexproof is it's a messed up mechanic. Hexproof is a pretty messed up mechanic. If my opponent attacks with the fin, yeah, they're not gonna. I guess I double block here. They could have a removal spell, but even if they do, we at least get to kill the giant. Okay. We traded a 3-2 for a 4-4. Sounds good to me. Oh man. I was gonna say, can we start getting in there? But I guess like we can't. Okay, so that's something though. 3, 4. Let's cast this right now. I guess we should have used the Harbinger. We have a bunch of removal spells, so we... Oh no. Wow. Well, I'm getting in there for the 1 point of damage that we can sneak. My opponent is playing Disdainful Stroke. We're trading 1 mana for like a bunch, but like we have nothing. Like I can't believe that my opponent had Disdainful Stroke. They are playing kind of a control deck though. It really is brutal that we have so much card advantage and we're destroying absolutely none of it. Bind monster. Again, I'm just trying to raise here, so this seems like a fine trade for us. Okay, we end the turn. We're not under so much pressure. My opponent only has, they can only pump the troll once. So we're not under like imminent pressure. Like we are under pressure for sure, but it's not that much pressure. That's a good top deck. Yep. Can I get my 6/5 vigilance, please? Thank you. That's a fine top deck. that's a good one. That is a good one. I wonder what my opponent's last card in hand could be. Could be something like a Frostbite, could be something like a Demon Bolt even. Like we just have not really given my opponent any chances of using any of those kind of cards. In fact, if my opponent attacks with the Troll, we could... I guess we could have equipped here and then brought it back, but that's bad against Demon Bolt. If they have another fight effect, they can fight me. No, don't have the bounce spell. Bind the monster. Okay, they take 6. That's a lot of damage. Now we get to equip here. We're not gonna block. They do have the 4/4 at instant speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and they have green, green, and a red. So let's play this guy. And we're definitely gonna be moving the equipment over. We want the equipment on the God's Hall Guardian. So we can make this a 3/4, or we can make this a 5/7. I guess let's make this a 3/4. It means that we don't get to trade with anything, but it also means that my opponent doesn't have good attacks. So now they get to blow up my land, like whatever. But the 4/4 is what matters, obviously. And also the fact that they got it for free. This is one of the good ones. I have like this land. A couple of these lands are not great. But they are, like, this is probably one of the best ones, if not the actual best one. We can make this into 5. I mean, we just don't have good attacks because of the troll. Because the troll gets indestructible, which is a big deal, obviously. It's an effigy. How do we both have 17 cards in our deck? When my opponent resolved Beholding Multiverse and I didn't. I guess that's the only card draw that they found? It was. Okay, I guess that explains it, because we were on the draw, I think. Complete another effigy. What can we draw? I guess we just play the 2/3. And I guess we want to put the equipment on the effigy, because it's 4/4. It's just bigger. Again, we don't have good attacks because of the troll. Vomit. Vomit. Honestly, it kind of feels like our deck might be better than my opponent's, but they have been drawing a lot better. Like, I don't think that you're very happy to play this Full Stroke in your best of one deck, you know? Though maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this Full Stroke is better in the format that I think it is. Oh my god. Well, it's not looking too hot out here. So this sweeps for 2 damage, which is kind of interesting. Doesn't really kill anything. What do we want to draw? We want to draw the Saga would be a fine draw. The Saga would allow us to get back the Behold the Multiverse, or maybe get back one of our removal spells. I think we're just getting Behold the Multiverse though. We need the cards. We're in this little bit of a stalemate. Oh man, this Vega the Watcher would have been so good if my opponent hadn't had the removal spell on that very turn. Brutal. Alright, what do you guys for us, opponent? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It looks like a removal spell. Yeah, oh. Vomit. Another removal spell that, again, as I said in the drafting portion, I've been very impressed by this one. Very, very impressed by this one. It's not difficult to create a situation where this card becomes like an absolute blowout. Oh, crap. That's a good one. Okay. This is good. This is slow, but maybe it'll work. Oh, no. Whoops. We're at 9. This can block here. So I guess we are equipping on the big one. So my opponent can't fight it down. It also gives us a good block on the big troll. My opponent can activate this guy only a single time, only 3 snowlands for them. This is not snowland. This is indestructible. Oh, please don't have anything. So I guess we just have to double lock here, don't we? We take 4, 5. And our big dude is gonna die. But it seems like the only way. Because otherwise we can't really beat this one. And if my opponent has, like, I can't play around anything here. I can't play around anything whatsoever, so. And my opponent has an onboard answer to this, so. This is just where we're at. Kind of in desperate mode, but in a way it kind of forces my opponent to spend their turn cracking the sweeper instead of being able to like deploy and stuff. And it's basically like a 2-for-1 trade for us. They do get to draw 2 cards, obviously, which is not great for us. Like, this is an absolute bomb. This is an absolute bomb, particularly in a situation like the one we're at right now. Oh, come on. Yep. This puts counters on the creatures. Ugh. Yeah, we're in really bad shape now. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the death sentence right there. That is the death sentence. Are we actually dead on board? I was technically we're not dead on board. Yeah, we can't even attack, so we're technically not dead on board. So at least there's that. So we're gonna have to, I guess, 4, 5. Yeah, we have a force block on the Ice High Troll, which is gonna kill our Harbinger. This is just terrible all around, obviously, but. Oh wow. Okay, so that means that we get to block here. They pump. They can only pump once. So this means we don't have a forced chump. Which means that we hopefully get to start the turn with something in play. Okay, so they play the green thing. Ugh. It's just too much. Just too much. Is there even anything that we can draw? Probably not. If we get back Demon Bolt... We get the 3-2. We play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go up to 5. Okay, I think we have to get the Oracle. We play the Oracle. We play our second spell of the turn. Gain 2 up to 5. And now we equip this onto the Raven. We chump the Troll. We block here. We take 3, 4. Again, this is, of course, assuming my opponent has literally nothing, because we can't beat anything at all. We can't beat anything at all, so my opponent needs to have actual nothing for us to win this game. And if my opponent does have actual nothing, we might have a shot. They have 4 Behold the Multiverse. My opponent's living the dream over there. Oh man, brutal. I was gonna say they might just deck themselves. Alright, GG's opponent. Brutal. I feel like if we hadn't just flooded dramatically, we might have been able to get there, but that was a fun match. That was a fun game though. Let's see you for the next one. Here we are for round number 2 with our Jeskai whatever deck. This seems pretty good. Lots of foretelling to be doing here. Probably foretelling this first. Yeah, I'm definitely foretelling this first, because then we can, on turn 3, we can Oracle plus play this. We have 5 power, and that's interesting. I think we play this because we get to double foretell next turn. And I think we foretell the Guardian and the Scorn Effigy. Or my opponent has this guy, so I guess we can't do that. Yeah, sounds about right. Because otherwise my opponent gets a free 2-1. Yep, so that changes the the math. Like we can't just spin our wheels anymore, because otherwise we just get a little bit too blown out there. I guess we can foretell now. I guess I am a coward. I'm gonna play it defensively here. Okay, my opponent time walking themselves there is huge for us. Like we are ahead on board against the aggro deck, right? It's a good place to be. Okay, that's really scary now. We're gonna need to find one of our removal spells pronto. I'm gonna need to find one of our removal spells very quickly. I guess I'd rather foretell the Demon Bolt here, because we get to double spell if we find the red source. But this guy is gonna get out of hand super quickly if my opponent's deck is functional. This is another one that has been pretty impressive when you have a deck built around it. Okay, that's good, because that means that their dude doesn't grow. That's huge. That is huge. Okay, so we don't have the snow requirements, so we can do... We can kill this or this, but not both. I'm gonna Demon Bolt something though. I think I'm gonna Demon Bolt this guy. Now we play the 3/6, we gain a couple of life. My opponent still does not have great attacks. Interesting. So I guess we're gonna have to pitch the Frostbolt. My opponent has another discard here. Just hard cast this. Got double 3/6. Seems tough for my opponent to get through these defenses. Interesting to know that we don't have double white. I just feel like we just are gonna be playing our lands every single turn because of this. Like there's no reason to give my opponent free value from their Skull Crane Cairn, whatever that is. Okay, so now they can start triggering Boast and start growing this dude, but they have to like chomp attack in order to do that. So if they have removal for this, we still trade, though we lose both of the cats. Seems fine though. That's what my opponent's doing anyway, right? Like they're just trying to, they're effectively trading 1-for-1 here. It seems like something that we have to do. Yep. It's absolutely brutal. That is absolutely brutal, but I think I have to play it out because otherwise it just gets discarded. So Super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. We can grow our dudes though. Which one are we growing? If we grow the cat, that is 5. So if my, like, we basically have a free attack here. Unless my opponent wants to like chomp with a bunch of dudes. Yeah, this, as I was saying earlier, this one has been very good in the aggressive decks. Guess we're doing the same thing. Sure. Now they have a shock. They have a shock. Okay. We're still kind of in fine shape. This equipment, it's kind of good here. Well, we can't really have cards in our hand, so I guess maybe there's an argument for just foretailing there. Yeah, I guess there's an argument for foretelling there. In fact, I could have served actually. Oh, this gives the creature. Oh, that's actually very good for them. That is very good for them. That gives them a boost. Well, I'm not just chomping this, but then now that's a 4/4. Next turn it can become a 5/5. That was a pretty good. That was a pretty good one for them. Oh, there you go. Imagine if we had been able to get the angel here. How easy this game would have been. Like this entire game has kind of been clinging on, hanging on the fact that I have been needing to play my stuff out every single turn because of this card, which is kind of cool. So here they're gonna be able to make it 5/5, but they could have the +3/+3, I guess. So I guess we double block like this. The equipment is working overtime here. That's huge. That is so huge. Now I can continue getting in there. That was a very good top deck. And we're just gonna continue serving for 4 every single turn. And then moving over the equipment to the other one. Man, this equipment is just doing the thing. We're living the dream. We are living the dream here. Uh-oh. Enters the battlefield. Until your next turn, creatures your opponent control attack each combat if able and attack. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay, so I have to attack here. What are my best attacks? 1, 2. We don't have this stupid snow requirement. This is brutal. So if I put the equipment here, wow, this completely blew me out. That's crazy. My opponent gets some good trades here. Okay. So we're gonna get to kill the 4/3 at least. Oh, I guess I should have killed. I should have clicked that pre-damage. Ugh, yeah, that was bad. I'm not. No, I actually am dead because of the land. Wow. Wow. Am I going to 2 of those? They just missed lethal. I mean, we flooded again. Unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drew half of our lands. I mean, everything kind of like was about the fact that we just didn't have the second white for this. Like, we would have won very, very easily. We have been able to make a token, but c'est la vie, I guess. C'est la vie. All right, GG's opponent. We're back for the third round. All right, round number 3. We're not off to a great start. Our deck has not been delivering the goods. Our deck has not been delivering the goods. It's okay though. It's okay. Sounds pretty good. We have the owl, so hopefully we get to leverage the owl a little bit. Oh no. We're about to lose another one. This card is insane to play on turn 1. It just creates an army by itself. Good thing that my opponent did not have the land there. Okay, I mean, this is a blocker. Phew. If they have a removal spell for this, that means that they don't get to activate the ability, and then we get to kill it, so it's kind of okay if that's what happens. This is kind of nice, actually. Like, because we drew the Behold the Multiverse, we could just cast it on my opponent's end step. Set up our turns very nicely. Okay. Okay, we may be doing it. We may be doing it. Alternatively, what I can do is I can double foretell, and then next turn we play Vega and we play this plus this, and we draw 2, which seems kind of busted. We get to kill the Finn, and we get to have a 2/3 blocker. My opponent gets a 1/1, sure, big deal. Okay, I'm into it. I'm into it. That sounds very good, actually. I guess we don't even need to kill the Finn. Maybe it was better to do this. Excuse me. We are taking 3 though. Down to 15. Okay. Opponent doesn't even want the 1/1. Play this. Play a 2/3. Play a Verdict on the Finn. Yeah, I definitely should have drawn cards instead of doing this. Seems a lot better. I guess we get to. I guess we don't get to serve. So if my opponent removes this, they get a free attack. So this Vega is gonna do work. 1, 2, 3. We're 1 mana short, so my opponent needs to kill the Vega like right now. This card is kind of insane, honestly. It's such a good payoff for being on the Foretell deck. Just Behold the Multiverse, draw 3, no big deal. No big deal. Don't worry about it. think my opponent is right now going through the process of, okay, assess. How can I let my opponent tap with this card, or do I need to like use everything to stop it? Spoilers, you have to use everything to stop it. Funny how like even a fight spell doesn't do it, because I mean it would be a 2-for-1, but it's probably what they have to do. Yeah, they did have the fight spell. That's funny. Sure, whatever. We're still trading for the effigy. Okay. Let's foretell that. And we're gonna serve with Vega. Looking for red sources, obviously. My opponent missing a red land drop a couple of turns ago. Probably gonna mean that they may be a little bit too far behind at this point. Yeah, that's the land that I was looking for. This land seems very good. It enables snow synergies, and at the same time, it fixes your mana perfectly. People are calling it the snow evolving wilds without the shuffling, which is which is very cool. We again find ourselves in a situation where we have 2 snow permanents, but we just cannot, for the life of us, get the last one. Do you want to trade? No trading. Okay. We don't want the land, but I guess I'll take the cat. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Player land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. We have 6 mana. We can play Courser. We can triple foretell. Or we can Doomscar plus play the aura. The aura. I keep calling this aura, but it's not an aura. I think I want to do that actually. I don't want to like spin my wheels so much that I end up being in a situation where my opponent is able to come back. Like I feel like I don't want to be behind the board, because it feels like that's the way that this game, that's the way that I can lose this game. Like my opponent, I just allow my opponent to be ahead on board, and then my card advantage just doesn't really transfer. I have been hitting my land drops though, but it feels like as long as I can keep my footing, we should be in okay shape here. And even next turn we get a little mana boost. So what could my opponent have here? I feel like it doesn't matter what they have. I'm probably happy to trade with a pump spell. Sure, like that seems like a very good trade for us. They got a 1/1 out of the deal, so it's not the worst for them, but like that could have turned into like a massive blowout down the line, and like it just cost me a score in effigy, which is completely irrelevant. So I don't mind seeing that at all. We got 6 mana plus 2, so it's gonna be 8 mana. I would kind of love to find the red source so we can frostbite this thing. Get rid of it. They're a little bit short on greens. Okay. I think I'm gonna take one here. Seems worth it. Okay, so we can play another Oracle. We can play another Oracle, Courser, and foretell the cat. Sure. Game 4. Foretell the cat. Start with the 2-2. Casually chilling at 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're getting back. Maybe the removals. Well, I guess that depends on what my opponent does. Maybe the removal. Ooh, okay. This triggers whenever a permanent opponent controls. So it doesn't trigger for their creatures dying. But I guess that I don't want to trade now, right? So my opponent probably has a good attack with the Usher of the Fallen. Potentially able to get another 1-1 out of the deal. This does blow up their stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, it does blow up their stuff. So taking one. I mean, I guess I'm taking the Beholden Multiverse. Too good to pass up. I am now in a situation where I kind of don't want to. I feel like I don't want to play my Valkyrie sword. Sing with the big guys, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're one mana short. We have played a land drop. So I guess what we can do is we can foretell here. Foretell here. And pass the turn. And we can even game 4 here because we can Frostbite plus Behold the Multiverse. So that's kind of neat. So we can game 4 here and basically undo this. Opponent has 1 card in hand and 2 cards that have been foretold. So that's down. Pass. Opponent can serve if they want, but it's probably not a good idea. Okay, there we go. If they want to use a pump spell to like kill my 0-2, I'm okay with that. And we're gonna get to draw 3 on end step. Just your casual ancestral, no big deal. Sure, cat's good. We're still kind of winning in the air. Triggers. Bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 mana. I honestly don't think that we need to like draw these many cards. So let's just get rid of this guy. I guess if my opponent has a removal spell, we get blown out, but yeah. So we kill this, then we play the big cat. We gain 4. Sounds good to me. Alright, finally got one. Let's see if we can keep this going now. Boom. Next round. This hand seems great. Perfect mana. Never didn't have it. We got multiple removal spells. This looks good. This looks good. Honestly, it feels unfair whenever we draw this card. Best card in the deck. Mono effigies. I feel like I want to bind the monster here and just like put my own Raven in. We could play the effigy, but we have so many synergies that we have, and like the 2/3 seems kind of unnecessary so far, at least at this point in the game. So just mono foretell. Casual 4 cards in the foretell zone. Can we please draw the bird? Can we please draw the bird here? That would be awesome. The attack with the hawk instead of cycling. That's rich. I think I'm gonna play the Raven and just pass the turn again. Like, we have so many synergies with these cards. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I should be beating down with 2/3s, but oh man, I don't know why I'm sneezing today. They don't glimmer of genius. Just a very sad pseudo mirror match, like nobody's doing anything. Okay, that's a card. That's a card. Whiff? That's not a whiff. This is a whiff though. Maybe I'm playing this game wrong. I mean, I just feel like it's. I just feel like we have so much mana and so many synergies, and the 2/3s are not gonna be. They're not gonna be the difference between winning and losing, I don't think. God damn. We do have another Frostbite, so I kind of don't want to use the big removal on the 3/2. We have gotten to the point where I think I have to play one of these effigies to at least make my opponent not have good attacks, you know? Like, they can swing with this and this, but again, like, the poison is irrelevant. The 3 damage is something for sure. Yikes. Wow. That is a blowout. Okay, I'm gonna have to demon ball the. That is absurd. Oh, come on, deck. Come on, deck. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I guess we play this guy too. So that now this can check this and this can block here. Brutal. Okay, it looks like, what is this, like 1 and 4 or 2 and 3? It's 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. I don't know what that is. Well, we flooded a bunch. We flooded a bunch, and then we just roll over and die. I don't think our deck was very good, for the record. Like I thought that. I think that we could have won, particularly game one. Like the first two matches that we lost, we really flooded hard. Like I don't think our deck was like 1 and 3 or 2 and 3 bad. But yeah, I mean it is what happens sometimes. You know, you sometimes draft the other day I drafted what I thought was gonna be like a 0-3 or 1 and 2 deck and ended up going 3 and 0. So you just never know. You know, your opponent's deck might be better, or your opponent's deck might be a little bit opponent's card might line up a little bit better, and or you simply just flood, like what happened here. This draft format is excellent though. I strongly recommend you check it out. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's like they play patterns, and like the games are actually just great. Lots of stuff to keep in mind at all times. Lots of like little synergies. It feels a little bit like one of the, you know, modern Horizon style formats where it is very synergy driven, and those are my favorite kind of draft formats. So I'm having a great time playing this. I hope you do as well. Make sure that you leave me your comments down below. You can we can talk about picks, or you can just share with me all of the mistakes that I made. I'm always looking to learn a little bit more. But yep, thank you for checking out this ice video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.